All right, what's going on, everybody? It's going to be the first video of 2019. I hope my voice is finally coming back as I'm getting healthier here, so that's good. But all right, so I had a question from my friend, and it is, so I saw a post from Ido Portal maybe a month ago, and he had in so many words kind of said stretching was bad and can be harmful and cause damage later on. So I stopped keeping up with my regular stretch and mobility routine, and my hips and legs are so much tighter and more sore, and my body overall just feels less adequate. Can you point me in a direction of a good resource? So first, let's cover the resource. There are tons of good resources out there. Ido Portal is a fantastic resource. So is Cameron Shane with Budokan University. I can definitely get you in communication with Cameron Shane as well, and that'll is a bonus of something you can be able to learn from one of the greats there. But you know, let's think about this. What I just said. You got Cameron Shane, you got Ido Portal, you have Chris and Ann Frederick, who have written some fantastic books and teach a lot of courses. They're definitely somebody to open up into. You have Dr. Andrew Spina with the FRC and his whole crew of system, which goes down to where Coach Greg is learning from. So everything Coach Greg's talked about and taught you to, there's another resource as well. Thinking a couple more things just off the top of my head. I'm trying to think. Any animal, like the animal movement. Let's see, what's his name? Our MoveNat guy, MoveNat, Irwin. Look, yes. So all these people. My main thing is check everybody out. Thomas Myers, all the fascial lines, learning about how the body works, tissue and ligaments and tendons and all those sort of things as well in the fascia. But let's go back to the question, okay? And I'm going to keep this as non-scientific as possible. That's how we roll here. Let's just keep it real. I love meat, but I know that there are vegans out there who thrive hormonally, optimally. Their blood markers, their sleep, everything supports what they do, okay? So it's got to work for somebody. It doesn't work for me, but it works for others. And what works for me doesn't work for others, okay? So one thing is everybody's right and everybody's wrong. There's no one thing, okay? So stretching in some people's eyes and some scientific research is good. Stretching is bad in others, but the thing we get lost in is not thinking about the context. And I'm sure Ido, in a way, is talking about the generally unfit people who are mad because their body is tense and tight, and they don't understand how to breathe and relax, and they just stretch all the time. They try to stretch deeper and deeper, and they end up maybe causing more harm later than good. But then you're somebody like my friend who asked the question, who grew up stretching his whole life and moving and has a detailed stretch practice of his own. Stick with it. If it's worked for you, stick with it, okay? Maybe find the mobility side as well and start to apply and find what works and doesn't work and take and put out what doesn't work. You got to take in what works and then try different things. So you're going back and forth, but I know I'm rambling here and I'm kind of losing topic, but the moral of this question is you're not on the wrong page, and Ido's not wrong for saying that. There's a context at which he is talking to. There's a population at which he is talking to. And you are not in that population, my friend, and many of us who move, okay? We need to stretch. We need to do joint mobility. We need to do all these different things. We need to find the appropriate dosages that feel good for us as an individual. We also need to think where we're at, where we're tight, how we live our life, and find out the effective approach for us. It might be less static stretching for me and more general deep joint mobility, and it might be more static stretching for my friend who asked the question and less joint mobility. I mean, it could be a number of things. So don't discredit Ido Portal. Think about who he's talking to. Hey, I say things that are wrong all the time. So Ido could say something that generally towards you seems wrong, but he might say a million other fabulous things. So keep going with the resources. Everyone is a resource. People who move, enjoy moving, love moving, preach moving, and believe in moving are resources, hands down. So Find what works for you. Always play. The moral of the story is to always move. So keep moving. Keep finding what's working, what's making you feel optimal, and what is increasing the quality of your life. Because if something is increasing the quality of your life, like no scientific study should convince you to take it out. Okay? So I went over 5 minutes. Peace, guys.